A shocking revelation. Hamas caught on camera. Imagine this. Terrorists, relaxed and casual, they're watching television. But this isn't just any ordinary scene. It's a rare glimpse into the lives of those who perpetuate violence and chaos. They sit there seemingly unbothered by the destruction they cause. But what's on the screen isn't a movie or a show. It's not entertainment or a distraction from their grim reality. It's news coverage of the very conflict they are fueling. The images on the screen are stark and harrowing, showing the devastation and suffering that their actions have wrought. And that's not the worst part. The casual demeanor with which they watch these scenes is chilling. They are not just passive observers, they are active participants in the violence. They are discussing a captive, a life they have extinguished. The gravity of their conversation is in stark contrast to their relaxed posture. It's a disturbing juxtaposition that highlights their complete detachment from the human cost of their actions. This isn't a fictional thriller. It's the chilling reality revealed by footage of Hamas terrorists. The footage provides a rare and unsettling glimpse into the inner workings of a terrorist organization. Their indifference to human suffering is palpable, their disregard for life on full display. The cold, emotionless expressions on their faces as they discuss their heinous acts are a stark reminder of the brutality of their operations. The footage, though not yet public, has sent shockwaves across the globe. Governments, organizations, and individuals are grappling with the implications of what this footage reveals. The very notion of terrorists casually discussing murder while monitoring news coverage is deeply unsettling. It raises serious questions about the nature of their operations and their ultimate goals. It throws a harsh light on the brutal reality of Hamas's operations. The footage strips away any veneer of legitimacy and exposes the raw, unfiltered truth. This is not a group fighting for freedom. It's an organization steeped in violence with no regard for human life. Their actions are not those of freedom fighters, but of cold-blooded terrorists. The implications of this revelation are immense. It challenges the narratives that some may have about Hamas and forces a reevaluation of their true nature. It strips away any pretense of Hamas being a legitimate political actor. The footage lays bare the reality of their operations and their complete disregard for human life. It exposes their true nature, a terrorist organization willing to use violence and intimidation to achieve its goals. The footage is a stark reminder of the lengths they will go to in order to maintain their power and control. The world is watching, and the mask has slipped. The true face of Hamas has been revealed, and it is one of violence, terror, and a complete disregard for human life. The international community must now grapple with this reality and decide how to respond. The international community has reacted with predictable outrage. Governments and human rights organizations have condemned Hamas, demanding the release of any remaining hostages and calling for an end to the violence. The footage has galvanized international opinion, uniting people across borders in their condemnation of such barbarity. This revelation comes at a critical juncture in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It undermines any attempts by Hamas to portray itself as a victim or a legitimate political force. The footage lays bare the true nature of the organization, exposing its brutality for the world to see. The impact on peace negotiations is undeniable. How can any meaningful dialogue occur when one party so blatantly disregards human life? The footage has dealt a severe blow to any hopes of a swift resolution to the conflict. It underscores the challenges of achieving peace in a region riven by such deep-seated hatred and mistrust. The fact that Hamas was watching Al Jazeera, a network often accused of bias against Israel, adds another layer of complexity to this already volatile situation. The network's influence in the region cannot be understated, as it reaches millions of viewers and shapes public opinion on a daily basis. Critics argue that the network's coverage, while claiming to be balanced, often provides a platform for terrorist propaganda. They suggest that the framing of certain stories and the selection of interviewees can subtly influence the narrative in favor of one side. They point to this incident as evidence of Al Jazeera's complicity in normalizing violence. Protests have erupted in various parts of the world, with people demanding more accountability from media outlets. Al Jazeera, however, vehemently denies these accusations. The network has issued multiple statements defending its editorial choices and emphasizing its commitment to unbiased reporting. They argue that their responsibility is to report the news, regardless of who is watching. The network insists that it does not cater to any particular audience, but aims to provide comprehensive coverage of events as they unfold. They maintain that their coverage is impartial and aims to give voice to all sides of the conflict. Al Jazeera highlights its efforts to include diverse perspectives and to cover stories that other media outlets might overlook. They point out that they have faced criticism from both sides, a testament to their commitment to journalistic integrity. This dual criticism, they argue, is proof that they are not favoring any one side. This incident highlights the difficult tightrope that news organizations must walk when covering conflicts. Balancing the need for accurate reporting with the potential for unintended consequences is a constant challenge. Reporting from war zones is fraught with danger, both physical and ethical. Journalists often find themselves in life-threatening situations, and the pressure to deliver timely and accurate information can be overwhelming. Journalists must navigate a minefield of propaganda, misinformation, and violence, all while striving to maintain their objectivity and report the truth. The ethical dilemmas they face are numerous, from deciding which sources to trust to determining how much graphic content to show. The role of the media in conflict zones is crucial, as they are often the only source of information for the outside world. Their work can influence international perceptions and even policy decisions. Despite the challenges, many journalists are driven by a sense of duty to bear witness and to give a voice to those who are often unheard. Their stories can shed light on the human impact of conflict and bring attention to issues that might otherwise be ignored. The bravery and dedication of these journalists are often recognized through various awards and accolades. Their commitment to uncovering the truth, even in the face of immense danger, is a testament to the vital role of journalism in our society. In the end, the goal of conflict coverage is to inform the public and to foster a deeper understanding of complex issues. By navigating the minefield of conflict coverage, journalists play an essential role in shaping our worldviews and promoting informed discourse. Section 4. The vital role of independent journalism, shining a light in dark places. Despite the challenges, the role of independent journalism in conflict zones is more critical than ever. These journalists venture into the most dangerous and volatile regions, often with little more than a camera and a notepad, driven by a commitment to uncover the truth. In an age of misinformation and propaganda, a free and independent press is essential to holding power to account and ensuring transparency. Without their efforts, the public would be left in the dark, unable to discern fact from fiction. Journalists serve as the eyes and ears of the world, shining a light on the darkest corners of conflict and giving voice to the voiceless. They document the stories of those who suffer in silence, bringing their plight to the global stage. The footage of Hamas, while disturbing, underscores the importance of investigative journalism. It is through these raw and unfiltered images that the world can witness the harsh realities of war and conflict. It was journalists who unearthed this video, risking their lives to expose the truth. Their bravery and dedication to their craft are what make it possible for us to see beyond the surface and understand the deeper issues at play. It is through their tireless efforts that we are able to see beyond the propaganda and understand the complex realities of conflict. They sift through mountains of information, verify facts, and present a clear and accurate picture of events. However, this incident also highlights the dangers faced by journalists working in conflict zones. They operate in environments where their presence is often unwelcome, and their work can make them targets. They are often targeted by all sides, seen as a threat to those who seek to control the narrative. The risks they take are immense, and the consequences can be dire. Their safety is paramount, and we must do everything we can to protect them. This includes providing them with the necessary training and equipment to navigate these perilous environments, as well as advocating for their rights and safety on the international stage. The work of independent journalists is invaluable, and their contributions to society cannot be overstated. They are the unsung heroes who bring us the truth, often at great personal cost. We owe them our gratitude and our unwavering support. As consumers of news, it is our responsibility to support independent journalism. By doing so, we ensure that the light continues to shine in the darkest places and that the truth remains accessible to all. Section 5. Protecting the Truth Tellers, a Call to Action. The world needs journalists, especially in times of conflict. They are the ones who bring us the stories that matter, who hold the powerful accountable, and who give voice to the voiceless. Their work is essential to a functioning democracy and a more just world. We must do everything in our power to protect journalists working in conflict zones. This includes providing them with the resources they need to do their jobs safely, such as training, equipment, and insurance. It also means holding those who threaten or harm journalists accountable for their actions. More importantly, we must create a culture that values and respects the vital role of journalism in society. We must stand up for a free and independent press, even when it makes us uncomfortable. Only then can we hope to live in a world where truth prevails and justice is served. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more trending news.